Well, feel the funk blast. Feel the funk blast. Feel the funk blast.
Yo, 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 yo. Just like the song. This is Mad Mike Podcast. God, it's really loud song. This is Mad Mike Podcast. My name is Mychelle Vasvary. This is my podcast. It's entirely about kittens. That's all we're going to talk about. Feline care. Different growth stages of kittens, and pretty much anything related to kittens. That's what we talk about here on the Mad Mike Show. I have a co-host. His name is Mark Day.
What's up, Michelle?
Wow. Well, I set you up big time, and then you just fucking fucked it up.
I was going to say meow, but I was like,
that would have been better.
She's going to get pissed if I say meow.
Hashtag meow.
Exactly.
God, you fucking fuck.
know.
And I was nice to you that time. I didn't call you my idiot co-host. I said my co-host.
And I thought I would keep the niceness going. God, I'm not learning. Next podcast, I'll learn.
Okay,
I'll learn.
maybe episode 10, you'll turn it up, but you'll do something, get on the same page.
Exactly.
Fucking unbelievable. We have a special guest, you guys, that I like 50 times more than my co-host.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least.
Wow.
Bare minimum.
Wow.
Ryan Talmo.
Hey, hi guys. Thanks for inviting
Everyone
me.
just calls you Talmo. I feel
Everyone
like.
does, yeah.
It's like you don't even have a first name.
Well, there's a story behind it, but it's.
Well, what's the story?
I worked at a restaurant, and there's 12 Ryans working there.
Oh, there you go.
So we all called each other by our last names.
Yep.
I worked there for 10 years, so eventually I was the last one, and eventually it was the last one as like the fourth year in. So people just called me Talmo since then.
Sure.
So simple
Makes
as that.
sense.
And also, I'm a kid of the '80s, where everyone was born with the name Ryan. Really,
Yeah.
every kid was named Ryan in the '80s. So.
Even me.
My name's Brian too at work.
See, there you go, Brian. Oh, Brian too. Man, there you go. So
Wow, it's creative.
that's
too.
that. Well, the last names, I guess, are I don't know.
See, that's why. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I usually don't admit this. I just blame it on my parents. My name's Michelle, but it's spelled with a Y.
I fucked up a few times on that trying to get you on stage before.
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you your last name. That was
The last name's a fucking nightmare. So I changed the spelling of my name when I was a teenager, legally, because everyone I went to school with, because I'm a child of the '80s too. Everyone was named Michelle.
yeah.
And
That's true. Yeah.
There was like 5 or 6 Michelles in my class, and I was so sick of it. I was just so incredibly sick. There was like I think there was another Michelle V, and so I was like, we can't do Michelle V2s. And so I said
V squared.
V squared.
Yeah.
So I said, fuck it. And one week I was like, I'm just going to experiment. And I started spelling it with a Y instead of an I. And then everyone liked it.
Yeah.
And I tried to go back when I was 17. I started doing that when I was 13. And I tried to go back to the original spelling of Michelle at 17. And everyone thought it was weird. And all my teachers were even like, it doesn't really fit you.
This is at 17.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they said regular spelling of Michelle doesn't fit you. So I went down to the courthouse with my mom, and my mom said the same thing. My mom's like, I like the way you spelled it better than the way I spelled it.
Yeah.
And were you like, well, why didn't you do it in the first place?
My mom is an angel from heaven,
Yeah.
if heaven existed, but I went 3 days without a name.
Oh,
Because
yeah?
they thought I was going to be a boy, and they had no backup plan.
Did 3 names of so after you're born, you had 3 names or 3
No,
days.
3 days.
3 days.
They just call me the baby.
You're just baby Joe.
That's really
or
common,
baby.
actually.
And get this, my dad's name is Michael, so all they did, they were going to name me Michael Jr., or actually Michael the Third. So they just named me Michelle, but it took them it took 72 plus hours to figure out to just call me the female equivalent of Michael.
Wow.
So yeah, that's why she had no problem with me changing it, because she wasn't even there was no fucking plan in the first place.
Yeah. Well, my middle name is not my original middle name. It was changed
no.
after a week because my last name's Talmo. My first name is Ryan. My original middle name was Anthony, and so it's spelled out rat. And my mom she's like, no, not gonna happen.
She's like,
it's like a week after I was born too, and the papers I guess are already in, and
Shit.
so it went round and round.
Yeah, so they changed it to Scott actually, which is cool because it's alphabetical order now. but I'm named after
yeah.
Gil Scott-Heron, the grandfather of rap. My dad's really ghetto. Like,
Well,
he
so
really
now you're
is.
named after the Godfather of rap instead of like the '80s rock band.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
See, I wish we would have known that. We would have played one of those songs instead
True.
of Rage Against the Machine.
I
all
like
good.
Rage though.
Well, hey, you can't spell Rage
Mark's
Against the
been
Machine without
asking
rat.
nice for a long time for that song.
Yeah,
true.
I haven't let Mark
Rage
have
Against the
any.
Machine is RATM.
Yeah, I know. I said that earlier.
No,
you just
you
fucking
said like Rassum or something.
Ratum. Yeah.
My name
But
just
still.
spells broad.
Broad.
Mine is
He gave him 2 middle names.
mine
Oh,
is
really?
a doctor,
Yeah.
so I'm an MD.
Oh, your MD, no middle name? No middle
I do.
initial?
My middle name is Frederick. It's Fred and Eric mixed together.
So you're MFD. Can we
MFD.
stop talking about initials?
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you
Anything.
mentioned the middle name thing because I remember another thing I don't ever bring up on the show, but Adam Carolla, he didn't have a middle name either, and he asked his parents, "Why didn't you give me a middle name?" And both of them said, "Go ask your mom," and the mom said, "Go ask your dad." So they don't really know why he didn't have a middle name. So when he was filling out his driver's license thing at the DMV, they said, "Can I put in a middle name in here?" And they're like, "Yeah, put your middle name in." So he put Lakers. So his legal middle name is Adam
Adam
Lakers Carolla.
That's funny.
That's
That's-
hilarious.
That's funny.
He must
'cause
be a
it's
huge
true.
fan, I guess.
Well, yeah, when
He's born and raised
you
here.
get grown up. You grow up here.
Yeah, he's from NoHo.
It's fine.
I know. I heard allegedly he's down the street.
Yeah,
like
he is.
he's doing the same thing down the
In
street.
Glendale, yeah.
I don't know if we should ever do a crossover.
I would love it.
Do a crossover episode.
Yeah, crossover.
This is kind of a crossover
Kind of,
This
yeah.
is,
I'm
yes.
doing a-
because you have your own. You're on Burger's podcast.
Yeah, we do a podcast together. We're co-hosts now. I was originally a guest on a show, and then he realizes that we counterbalance because I'm the nice one, and it's like good cop, bad cop.
Up top.
Yeah, that's what
Is
we
that-
do.
Is that how it is?
That's what we do, yeah.
But that was like the worst, like high five. So it's just like skin to skin.
Two of the good cops can't even fucking
Go
high
onto
five.
YouTube and see that lame,
It's like
high five. But yeah, no. My burger. I'm Burger.
I'm Burger podcast.
I'm Burger
yeah,
podcast.
that's his.
Yeah, I'm Burger.
He's his outspoken comic, and I've always been inspired by that.
Mm-hmm.
And we did one podcast together. I was a guest on a show,
Right.
and he just loved me because he would just go into weird directions, but then I'll go into a different direction.
Yeah.
but a lot nicer and more with trivia, I guess. And then he
With
was
Sounds a lot
trivia.
like a show that I know.
so.
I like the Burger. I called in the Burger podcast once because you guys were talking about my arch nemesis.
Delia?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one I
Yeah.
called into?
No.
that
Did
was
you
a
guys?
different
Did
one.
you
No,
call-
Mark
you-
did. Yes, Mark did.
I did call into that one.
No, you called into a Comics Life with Sandy and Billy.
Right, that's the one. I called.
Oh yeah, that's a different one.
Sorry.
I've been on that a few times too. So
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah.
Because Sandy's like my Mr. Miyagi of comedy.
Sorry, my roommate. I'm sorry, I'm being so rude. My roommate,
He's texting.
she just fixed her car. Yeah, so she's like calling me and like, okay, your car's fine. I'm at a podcast.
It's all good. and now preserved in the
You know what's funny is
internet.
I was getting ready for this podcast, and my
Yeah.
best friend of like 13 years calls me, and she doesn't care that we're setting up, like we're trying to like set up the clamp. Probably that's why the clamp to the microphone was fucked up. She calls to tell me that she takes her daughter to Taylor Swift last night, and she's exhausted. This is how much I hate this entire situation. She hired an Amish maid a while back to come to the house once a month, and I
Churn
yelled
butter?
yeah. I fucking yelled at her for it. I said, "What the fuck do you need a fucking maid for? You got 2 daughters that are like my nieces.
Yeah.
They should be washing windows and fucking doing everything, taking out the garbage, all that shit. And you just give them $5 a week."
Yeah.
So they hired this Amish maid. I forget her name, but they found out the Amish maid because she can't drive, and my best friend lives in like a weird suburb. She was spending $25 per trip just to get like transportation there, like between a taxi or whatever.
Ooh.
And
Oh, she has no problem riding in taxis and stuff like that.
yeah, I guess
Yeah,
I guess
they
she
do
just
it all
can't
the time.
be.
Oh, do they? Okay.
So this
They
morning
can't operate technology.
they can't operate. They can't be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kate,
Stop watching this TV.
But
Can
if
you
it's,
listen to
if
my
it's
story?
solar
I'm
powered,
listening.
they can use it.
Listen.
Okay, so this morning she calls me, and this is what she's telling me about. And I was like, dude, I have to go. I have to set up mics. She's telling me that she spent her whole morning. She had to wake up at 7:30, the crack of dawn, to go to Middlefield, Ohio, which is a big Amish community. Go pick up her maid, but then got stopped in an Amish wedding because they get married only on Thursdays. And she got stuck behind a bunch of horse and buggies because they got married at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, it's so early to get married.
Why would you get married at 7:30 in the morning?
Why would you get married on a Thursday?
Why would you get?
Well, they got to have a barn raising, so they have to time to
It's so
put it up.
early. It's just like I don't even wake up at 7:30. I mean, I'm still sleeping. To be
But
honest.
you understand that she had to go and wake up early to go get her maid,
Yeah.
and then got stuck in an Amish wedding traffic, which was
I think-
literally horse and buggies.
I think that's the most unique I'm late for work story I've ever heard, because I've heard a lot of crazy ones. That one's pretty good.
But
that
that's
was
what
pretty good.
her emergency was that she had to tell me about.
Well, it's an emergency.
No, it's not. It happened hours and hours ago.
Yeah.
And she was exhausted from going to Taylor Swift. Like I don't even know why we're best friends.
That is so.
Our lives are so fucking polar opposite. They couldn't be more. It just all those things would never happen
well.
to me.
But I understand. I mean, speaking of not being able to drive, Talmo, you said
Oh, yeah,
you got
yeah.
some-
I don't drive anymore.
You don't drive anymore.
That's
I have
good.
no idea why.
Did
I've known you for a while,
Did you
too.
become Amish?
No, well, no, I'm not religious. So, no, it's a great city of Los Angeles. I used to have a car. I did.
Yeah.
I used to have a lot of money too. I didn't look like this. I used to be clean cut and used to wear suits.
I've seen pictures on your Facebook, and I'm like, holy shit, that looks like a totally different person.
Yeah, I was. I cared at one point, I think. I wasn't paying my parking tickets to the point where they towed my car. Well, they towed it twice. I owed about $900 worth of parking tickets, and they towed the first time. And I'm like, oh, I need to get my car. I need it. 'Cause I was doing comedy at the time, and I was like, I had a gig actually in San Diego, and I needed that car to drive down.
Right.
And so I went to Van Nuys, and went to there's where the parking enforcement offices is next to an abortion clinic, by the way, on Van Nuys Boulevard.
Makes sense. Two birds, one stone.
In a shabby
One-stop shop.
little building across the street from the jail. And I came in there,
Even better.
and I asked them let me pay a portion of my parking ticket so I can get my car. That's in Canoga Park. And they're like, oh, you need your registration. And I'm like, that's in my car. Why would I have my registration? You towed my car.
I can't.
Yeah.
They are such fucking monsters.
So I had to take a cab because I had none of my friends were available during the day. Take a cab from Van Nuys to Canoga Park. Couldn't find my registration. Didn't know what happened to it. Took a cab to Encino, and then bought a new registration for $20.
Ugh.
Came back to Van Nuys, and then I got my car out for I paid the first half, like a $400. But then I had to go to the lot and pay another $200
To get it out
To get
the
it
lot.
out.
Yeah.
So, and then I was going to set up a payment plan to pay off the rest.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're not going to find it. And they did. They actually found my car. They hunted me down, and they.
It's the only
Holy
thing that LA is
fuck.
good at. It's the only thing that LA sucks at everything.
we can't
Yeah.
find a fucking missing girl, but we can find
We can't-
fucking your car.
We can't pave our roads. We can't clean up our trash. We can't keep graffiti off of our street signs on the freeway. But you know what we can do? We can hunt down your car if you owe a little bit of money on it.
and
For
they'll-
parking!
They won't
It's-
even boot it anymore. They'll just tow it. They'll take it
They're
away.
so good at that.
And they kept bothering me. And it's funny. It's not the city that's bothering me because it's the parking enforcement. It's telling me
Right.
pay up, or you can't register your car. And I'm like, you have my car. I'm not. How come I could register a car I don't have anymore?
Right.
So
I just fucking hate
it
them.
makes no sense because it is the one thing where it sucks that you get parking tickets, but it's a snake with no venom at the end because it doesn't affect your driving record. It just
No.
affects the car.
It's just
Right,
a way
it's
for
the
them to
car.
make money.
Yeah, so it sits on the car. So whatever happened to the car? It's been 3 years. It's just sitting in the lot. Maybe it was
Oh, it's
auctioned
still
off.
there?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was auctioned off, and then it was just taken for parts.
Oh no!
I don't know what happened to
And
it.
they're like, and you know what? I had a good lighter in there. Dang.
oh, dude, I had a mic stand in there that I liked a lot. And my old roommate, she's gone now, but she
She
just
passed?
moved in. She just moved out.
Okay.
She,
Just making sure.
she passed away, kind of too. But she had a bunch of her shit in my car, in my
that's
back
awesome.
seat, because she was like moving in. So I was like helping her move some
Yeah,
stuff
that's
in.
funny.
And
What-
then all that stuff is gone. It's like everything's
What kind of
gone.
car was it?
It's a Honda Civic, 1996.
What
Fuck,
color?
those fuckers last forever
color?
too.
Silver.
It
And
definitely got sold. at
Anybody
auction.
listening and they have that car, swing by the Mad Mike podcast
What
so he can
year?
get his mic stand back.
96.
Hey, 90 the asshole that bought a fucking 96 Civic.
It's auctioned. I'm pretty sure it was for parts. It was
Yeah.
stripped down.
I'm sure the owner is listening. That
'Cause it
specific
was-
person.
It ran. I mean, I built a new engine for it before that. You know,
No.
I put so much money in that piece of
Yeah.
shit.
At
so,
least return the mic stand, you fucking
so
asshole.
Now I've been metroing it. I mean, that's all I do. I metro.
Yeah.
And I grew up in San Diego, so my family will always bug me like, "When are you gonna come visit?" I'm like, "Do you understand how much like it's exhausting to get down there?"
Yeah.
So,
I've taken the
Yeah.
train to San Diego.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a beautiful view, but
Yeah.
then it's a long day.
It's a long day. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
very tiring, and they just don't kind of process it. Where it's kind of like, "Hey, come down and see us." Like, now you guys come up here and see me because
Yeah, come up here. It's more fun up here.
I'm working 6 days a week.
Do you ever ride like the Metro subway?
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
I ride the orange line to red line. That's how I live in Tarzana, so I live
Okay.
right.
Oh, sure.
Ironically, I live right next to it. Before I even lost my car,
Yeah.
So it was really nice to roll out of bed and hop on the orange line, take it to the red line. That's how I get to work and do my shows. And,
Nice.
And I take the bus. I took the bus here from Hollywood to literally right there at Claim Jumper or wherever we're at. Yeah.
You should have called me. I was coming from Hollywood.
Oh, damn it! Well, I didn't know.
You know what's weird is I hate driving.
Yeah.
But we just whatever. It's got to happen. If I ever like make it someday,
You want a chauffeur?
it's the
You want a
only
driver,
luxury. It's the
yes.
only luxury thing I give a shit about.
That's the nicest thing about like the bus in a way, because I just have no control. So I hopped on the 222 and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna listen to my music and look at my phone and read.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you can do, and
No.
it's great for me decompressing after like a long day, where there's people I have. I mean, if I like hook up with a girl or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, let me take you to work or take you home," I'm like, "No, let me have like an hour and a half of just thinking about what I just did."
Right.
Can I have that? Can I have that moment? You don't
No,
need to
that's
drive
nice.
me.
It
So-
is nice to have that.
Plus,
time.
the bus is safe, man. Even if it crashes into something else,
No, it's not safe.
There's no seatbelts.
There's no seatbelts. We almost got hit today on the orange line. Actually, everyone's
Oh,
freaking
shit.
out. I just didn't care. I'm like, if we get hit, we get hit, because then the city will give me some money.
As you
city-
say,
yeah.
it's a dollar sign.
Yeah.
trust me, the city will
Yeah.
trust me.
Oh, they'll
the city
take
will
care. They'll take care of anyone that's on in a
They'll
metro
take
line.
all that money that they got from impounding cars.
Yes,
and
and they're like, here
Yeah.
you go. Just
So
don't
wouldn't
sue
that be
us.
like?
Yes,
wouldn't that be perfect? Like the perfect circle of life.
Yeah.
If you were on a bus that got hit.
got hit by your car that got auctioned.
Oh, I think I would just disappear from this world.
Yeah,
Probably.
you'd be like,
just like
you'd be like, my work here is done. You just fade out.
I think that'd be great, actually.
That would be good.
Mark-
And it's probably out there somewhere in the
I
valley.
liked it.
What?
I was gonna say, Mark, shut up. I can't stand when you get along with the guest. It ruins my fucking day.
I get along with everybody.
That's true. You do.
It's really sad. Even my exes, I get along with. No, only one I don't. But
What happened with that one?
she's getting married and she's a bitch. So
That's. I get along with all of them. My ex-husband is actually like one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, for the most part, I would say yeah. I have one or two bad apples though that I don't speak to anymore. But yeah, I think you should be friends with your exes. Why not?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
well, the one I don't really get along with. When we get along, I don't know. She's the one that inspired me to move to L.A. Like I got to get out of here. I got to get away from you. Like you're like.
So we should thank her, really.
Yeah, but she was like a cancer, like in my life. So like it was like we broke up. We dated for 5 years. I was gonna marry her, and then not. But we all had the same friends, you know.
Right.
So she kind of like still around in a way. It just like it hurt. It hurt too much to be around that. Which in LA for some reason, San Diego's a small town compared to this.
Yeah.
Where if you break up with someone up here, it's like you even bump into them every once in a while, but there's just too much going on that you're not absorbed into their
No,
into what's
not
going
at
on
all.
in their
I have
life.
one kind of ex here.
Yeah.
I won't even call him an ex, but just one here ever.
Yeah.
And I saw him once in 2 years. I passed him on in Hollywood driving.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, because there's so many people here that it's like bye bye, like you
Right.
just get
They
washed
just
away.
disappear.
You just,
It's like New York City. It's like the chances are so slim that you're
But
gonna run into someone.
Her fiance is from Los Angeles, and he grew up in Tarzana, where I live. And so this is all true too. I never bring it up with this podcast. I talk about it on stage every once in a while, only when I'm like really drunk and depressed. But
There's a shot of Fireball right there if
I'm
you
gonna
want it.
get right to it. So.
Yeah.
But when I was getting ready to move up to LA, he was moving down to San Diego, and he moved into my old room because I was living.
What?
What the
I was
heck?
living with my ex's best friends. That they're like a couple.
Oh, I see. Right.
And so I was like, "Hey guys, I'm leaving. Love you, but I got to get away from
Yeah.
her." And then I knew she was dating someone from LA, not knowing the guy is like grew up a block away from the apartment I'm moving into, and he moves in San Diego and moves into my room and literally absorbs like all my friends, my lifestyle, everything. Like everything I used to do down in San Diego.
Now this cat does.
Yeah, he's doing it all.
So like you're.
So
you're
he
like
like
his-
stole your life.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I'm non-exist. That's why I don't go down there as much. I just don't exist.
Wait,
anymore.
so you're not his best man at this wedding coming
Oh
up?
no!
Fucking weird.
No, not even close.
What's his fucking first name?
Michael?
Of course.
Of course
He's
it is.
probably the '80s kid where everybody was named.
Yeah,
Michael.
when Mike. Fuck you, Mike. Dick
Dude, I
fuck.
thought I had something weird with an ex. Like I remember it was a couple years ago where I got at least a friend request
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook from every single one of my ex-girlfriends. Like from back, all the way from like that
crazy.
current time,
Yeah.
all the way back to like I can
And the
remember
same,
going.
like-
No. It was just it came to the point where I went. I have received a Facebook friend request from every single one of my exes. That is weird.
That's kind of weird. I've lost a lot of them on Facebook because I think
Yeah.
I'm just too. A lot of the ones I dated in college and
Yeah.
high school and all that kind of stuff because they don't get. I mean, I was like a straight edge guy. I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
So like they don't. I don't think they like it. I think they're just too. The people I grew up with were kind of a wild child, I guess, but then they became conservative because that's just how it works in San Diego. You start.
That's how it works
Oh, okay.
everywhere.
So it's like I'm drinking. Like I didn't start drinking until I was like 21. All my friends were drinking; they're 16. Majority of them now are parents, and they go to church every Sunday, and they
God,
they put up memes about Jesus and everything. And it's like, okay, all right,
The popular Jesus meme.
popular Jesus meme. I was that way. I was actually straight edge in high school.
yeah,
I was goth, but I was straight edge. And so it
You
was
were
weird.
not goth.
Whatever. Yes, I was.
I have video of her in high school. She was not goth.
Whatever, motherfucker. I had a pleather black skirt
She
and
was
I
a
wore it all
vamp
the
kid.
time. I wore fishnets. I wore black boots.
You
I was pretty goth.
You listen to a lot of Corn and
I did. You know what?
Godsmack.
I did listen to a lot of Korn and Godsmack, actually.
Holy cow, that's high school? Oh my gosh, I'm old. You know what we did in my high school? Smashing Pumpkins.
Well, I listened to Smashing Pumpkins.
yeah,
like
but
the first album.
Yeah, he had like a door. Not we had like a door. You had like Siamese Dream.
Siamese Dream.
Yeah, and then other great. We had
Dish.
more shitty. We had like the Batman and Robin soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stone Temple
that-
Pilots was huge when I was in high
Yeah,
school.
that's-
Who
I
else?
was in middle school with that.
Rage, that's why I like Rage. and
Everclear?
things Like that. Yeah,
Everclear. What the fuck happened to that, dude?
Art is somewhere in LA singing terribly, probably at the House of Blues, maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what's really funny? Is that the lead singer?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so real quick, and then we're going to get to your comedy. My first,
This is it.
23 minutes
Oh.
in.
23. Okay. My first job ever in television was working at a sports station in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And they opened a casino in Cleveland, a Hard Rock casino or something. And the grand opening, that's who they got to sing, was that guy from Everclear. And he looked super fucking annoyed that he even had to be at this casino opening. What the fuck are you guys staring at?
We're staring at you in high school.
Is that you?
All right.
No,
all
all
right,
right,
so let's see
no,
how goth she
no.
was.
Okay.
A vampire, am I really? Tell me, Michelle, how's life?
Is that?
That's me in high school.
She hasn't aged a
To
day.
you.
I don't
Wow,
even care
that-
this in my face, so.
Come on, tell me how you feel. Don't leave. Come back.
There's a huge locker.
Come back. Don't go. Don't go, please.
Jesus.
You know you want to stay.
Let me see the camera.
You look stoned.
Wait, there's no little red light. See the
She looks
auntie.
completely stoned.
I'm just. Lockers do exist like that. I
Yeah.
am just
Why are you
surprised.
taping?
Yeah, look how goth she
Seriously.
is.
She's wearing.
I see something as gorgeous as
She's
you walk
wearing
down
like
the
a
hallway, I just can't
leather,
help
like a
myself.
Oh, yeah, I
brown
woke up
leather
like 12
coat.
minutes before I
She's
came.
making this into like a TMZ though.
Came here.
And she's got like
Gotta
she's
get the
got
thing out
wavy
of my
hair,
face. That's it.
a hair tie around her wrist,
That's it, Vampire Boy. I still do that.
a jam
Stop
sport.
showing this. You're not going to put this shit on YouTube. It's already on YouTube.
Wait,
What
did
am I
a
talking
guy?
about?
Wait a minute. Did a kid just walk by wearing a Carhartt?
Yes.
Look at it. Oh, there it is.
That's it, Vampire Boy.
Oh my god.
And keep going.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be a Carhartt.
Not that one. It was the guy right after that. It was a guy. Right there. He is in the green hat.
That's another car.
Yes.
Wow.
I was gonna say, is
That's
that a
our
John
home-
Deere hat?
That's our hometown.
Wow.
So,
Making me
Brian and
homesick.
I, my engineer / domestic partner, We went to the
Sorry.
same high school. We were just friends because he was like the vampire boy, like the Columbine boy that everyone thought was gonna.
He wasn't a
Oh,
vampire
you're-
kid. He was a
You're
goth.
part of the trench coat mafia. Is that what?
He wore a trench coat.
I had a trench coat
And a
before the
sword,
trench
and
coat
a
mafia.
sword.
I never brought a sword.
He was a trench coat hipster.
Yes, you did bring a sword.
It was a sword cane.
Oh, I knew kids. Like, you guys like fighting in the quad and stuff like
No,
that.
I just walked around by myself and knew I could stab anyone if I wanted to.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
He
so
kept
we were
the vial
friends.
of blood and the necklace.
Yeah, he did. He wore the vial of blood.
Oh, oh, just like Billy Bob Thornton did.
Yeah.
If people forget about that. When
Billy Bob Thornton.
When Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie were
We're
married.
truly in love.
Remember
yeah.
that?
Yes.
Come on, no one remembers.
I remember
remember.
that.
I did.
I remember that. You know why? Because she's a fucking cunt, and I'm on Team Aniston, and I know everything about her. I even know her shoe size. Anyways, Ryan, how long have you been doing comedy? I don't even know.
4 some odd years.
I just called you Ryan. That was so weird.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were talking to. I think you said Brian for a second.
I know. That was weird. I don't know why
I was
why
like,
it came
ugh,
out of my mouth.
ugh.
How long?
Like 4 some odd years now. I mean, like I mean, film was my thing.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
did improv too. Ugh.
Ugh. God, don't get me started.
And but actually improv helped me a lot. It helped me well, like with the film thing, it was all about like before in film I did theater. So
Yeah.
I did all this stuff of like
Being on stage.
Just being on stage. I always wanted to be on stage, do that, and then I realized that there's just too much competition to get the role and stuff like that, you know, the main role. And I always got these little bit parts, and I just try to make the best out of it. That I just got into directing plays because I had more control of,
Yeah.
of my vision of what I want to see. And
Interesting.
And then that's when I got into improv because then I can control a group of people of where we can take, you know,
Yeah.
my vision
Yeah.
in a way. And then stand up just kind of just you know, fell in my lap of just I was just in deep depression. And I couldn't, you know, I realized moving here, film's not going to be my thing. And being at the bars, you can go up on stage and just live your life and just do what you want to do in a way. I don't know how to explain that. It's just that's what I do. I'm not a political comic. I'm not trying to change the world, anything like that. I'm just talking. I'm just telling you what I see and how I.
Do you remember that first time that you got up on a mic or whatever it was, where you got the reaction from the crowd and that kind of got you hooked? Or
No. I mean, the one show I remember that I always remember that like, wow, this is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Was just a show I did for it's like when I first started was with Chris Kattan was on it, and he was terrible, but
He was?
he was
Chris Kattan?
Yeah, but the house is packed because I want to see Chris Kattan.
Right.
And I just had this, you know, fun little bit. I still bring up the bit. It's this Disneyland talking about the California Adventure rides and why don't they actually have real rides about California. And like it's like really like, you know, Wilshire in the 405 and you put a gun in your mouth and you just want to shoot yourself in the face. And I said like stuff like that and I got a huge reaction and a lot of laughs and I was like, wow, like okay, they're listening now, like
Right.
because I did
Yeah.
a lot of bars stuff, a lot of open mics, and no one's listening, no one's really laughing. You know?
No.
Right.
No.
So, and that's, but then I've kind of grown to the point where, like, even with the bar shows and the mics, because that's what I do now. I barely get booked in clubs because I'm too dirty. That's to get people's attention. I need to be dirty, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I
So-
mean, I don't know. It kind of it's a double-edged sword because, yeah, Angie Crum was just on and she was just saying how she needs to clean up. Right prior to her saying this, she just told a story about how she finger banged this chick in detail. I know, this is so good. Hey, we're all about honesty here
right.
at Mad Mike Podcast. But she wants to be cleaner because you get booked more, obviously. You know,
do.
like if Amy Schumer got up there and said, my pussy is so fucking wet, it could be a fucking slip and slide. And, you know, she went on and on about her pussy
Yeah.
and how she likes to fuck dudes and blow dudes and fucking do rim jobs and likes it up her ass. And that was her set every fucking day.
Yeah.
Or like how disgusting her period was and how she likes to like play with her period blood and make a Jackson Pollock fucking painting out of it.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
She wouldn't be making a fucking, you know, Judd Apatow movie and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's making our movie? Who's making Trainwreck? I forget.
Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
He's ran out of ideas. That's the
It's
problem.
gonna definitely be a train wreck.
It's going to be a train. I heard bad reviews about it, so it's.
Well, they got fucking LeBron James to be a fucking supporting role. I don't know how smart that fucking was.
Michael Cena. What is that? No, not Michael Cena. The wrestler. What was his name?
The Rock?
No, the other guy. Cena.
Oh, Cena. Yeah, John Cena.
John Cena. I said Michael Cena. I think Michael Cena.
Sierra, yeah.
Sarah.
I want to
Sarah-
see him wrestle.
But
Sierra's gonna be in the movie.
probably he's a Judd Apatow.
Yeah, he is.
Repertoire.
I used to see him around a lot, actually.
He lives in Studio City. So that's,
Does he?
Yeah, he used to. I don't know. I heard he drive like a shitty Camry, and it's just like, oh, he's like a normal guy. He just but
I saw him.
drives a shitty Camry. He's like one of us.
He's one of us.
Oh.
But he did have a good death in that one movie. What This Is the End? That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, well, because he's the biggest
really?
dick in the movie, which is kind of funny.
Right.
I can't remember where I was going with this. Oh, but she would not be where she is if Amy Schumer just got up there and was
Right.
disgusting all the time.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's hard to tell. Like a lot of it is. It's hard to like even what was that 2 nights ago?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night when I got up on stage and I was going to talk about how I can't believe magazines are still a thing.
Yeah, and you went way the other direction,
No, I went the other way.
which was good though.
It was
entertaining.
good. I feel like I feel like I got everyone's attention.
You did. I mean, I was gonna go up there and actually do a set, but then I just started screaming at that guy, and I was trying to like, what the fuck did I just talk about? Like, I didn't remember. I was actually really drunk too, but I don't remember.
You didn't seem drunk
Where was
at all.
this at?
So we were at Universal Bar and
yeah.
Grill. We had a show.
Turbo Tuesday. I co-produced that show, so
Turbo Tuesdays, you
Yeah.
guys, at Universal. And yeah, we had a bar show. It was not an open mic, it was a show. And we had this guy. I called him Todd with 1D.
he was in sandals too. Wasn't
And he was in sandals. I called him boat shoes. But he was like okay, I've never seen him like worried. He was so wasted. And again, I don't give a fuck. Like how much people drink. I don't give a fuck. It's
Yeah.
You're at a bar, whatever. He comes over and I'm watching our buddy Ron Swallow. He's performing, he's doing his stuff. And I'm watching and the bar is behind me. I'm turned around so I can see the stage. And he comes up and like brushes both my knees, like kind of knocks into both my knees, and then like I don't know how you do that. And then like sits down right next to me. And like so Talmo comes up and stands right next to me where the pillar is, and he's like, "Is he with you?"
Yeah.
And because he was just like, it was like a light assault.
It was very but it was very close to you and really hammered. And
Yeah.
I didn't really see him before.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the bathroom or he's throwing up or something like that. I don't know.
Something.
And so when you came in, I think he came out of the bathroom at that time. So you guys kind of collided together at the same time. So I
Yeah.
was thinking that you guys came together, and I'm like,
No.
who's this tool? Like, why is he here? And then he
Yeah.
was talking to two really cute girls, both hammered as fuck. But those girls said, "Hey, come home with us," even though they didn't even know the guy. They were inviting. That's how I found out. They invited him to come over. These two girls said, "Hey, come home with." It was like, dude, and you stayed here? That's what I was screaming about. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you stayed to watch this show, and you had two girls that might fuck you, and like, oh, they're drunk. I'm like, well, you're drunk.
You hammered.
It's the
hammered.
best sex ever. You're not gonna remember a thing. You're gonna wake up and
Hammered.
he was gone.
So he continues to like, just yell shit in the middle of the fucking
okay, yeah.
everyone's sets and talk, and not that he was even heckling people. It was like he was talking to these two
I was talking to Carly and Tamiko.
Carlin,
Yeah.
these two. I even said, I'm like, I had to like fucking go after them. I was like, how do I follow up after two strong, beautiful, black, funny, hilarious women
Yeah.
comedians?
I love them.
And
I booked them, so yeah.
yeah, they were hilarious. And I had to follow them, and but he sat in between them, and so I just kind of went off on him. That I just fucking hate him so much because him as a person, it's obvious that his existence on Earth, like if he died, no one would give a fucking shit. And then I described in detail how I wanted him to die, and how I wanted to see it. And I tried to come back, and I was like, so anyways, I can't believe magazines are still a thing. Like Cosmo magazine, I don't care about having a 6-pack of abs, and I couldn't. So I like. And then he kept talking, so I just said, fuck it. And I like went into more detail about how I wanted him to die. But That worked out great, I feel. I feel like it brought us all closer. And then that one girl, the one girl that was going to fuck him, that brunette, remember her?
The brunette girl?
The one that puked outside. And
Yeah.
Ron, I almost stepped in her puke. It was
I
like
did
neon
too.
pink.
When I left, I was like, ah, God. It was like oatmeal.
It was like neon yellow oatmeal. And it was.
Like,
and
what were you eating?
Ron like grabbed me and like, thank God I got saved. But anyways, she reminded me, now that I saw the picture, I took a picture of them and put it on Facebook. I really thought he was going to take her home and get her pregnant. And
She was going to take him home.
she was going to take him home.
So she can get pregnant. So, yeah.
But she reminded me of this girl that I kind of know. Back in the day, I got left for a heroin junkie. This guy chose a heroin junkie over me. Her name's Amy, and she looked almost just like Amy. And I was like, I wonder if she does a bunch of heroin.
No, she looked put together in a way. She was drinking a lot. Like, looked like martinis or something like that. There's something about when girls, guys too, when they get like to their third drink, and not like I drink for a living. Like I really do.
Right.
I get hammered almost every night. But there are some people that are just like, I'm gonna have like 3 drinks, and then they're just gone, and they get weird. I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, I'm drunk. I'm like, I know, this is really sad. Why aren't you drunk? You had like 6 shots. He's like, because I'm an alcoholic. I have a tolerance.
Right.
Yeah. I'm being honest. I have a tolerance. And some people it's just sad in a way. But then it's sad on my side that I have a tolerance. I can drink a bottle of whiskey. And I'm like, okay.
Can you do that shot, by the way?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so hit. All right.
Yeah, do it.
I can't.
You're
I
on
can't.
Mad Mike.
What kind of shot is it?
It's Fireball. Do I have to take the shot? Like take it the whole thing? Or can I sip it?
I mean, you can do what you want.
Okay.
I'm not going to pressure you.
Peer pressure.
Especially on air. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm a good person, I think, for the most part.
It's a big shot. So, peer pressure. Never had that problem.
Let's talk
Minus
about,
right now.
Minus right
Drink
now.
the shot. All right. Well,
Prove your tolerance.
your tolerance right
Speaking of
now.
tolerance, there's a giant shot of fucking Fireball.
Well, I do. What the shitty part is that if you guys don't know, no one knows this about me, but everyone's like, "Oh, you're red." I'm actually allergic to alcohol, and
Are you really?
Yeah, I actually have a gluten allergy to it, so I will actually
I'm
break out
shocked
with
by
red.
this news.
So it sucks. That's why I don't drink IPA anymore. That's why I drink Miller Lite the whole time. Because Miller
I
Lite
see,
is
'cause
easier for
Is
my
it a
body.
There's
gluten
like no
intolerance or a
percentage.
wheat intolerance?
It's a wheat, I'm guessing. Yeah,
probably.
more because like IPAs, Hefeweizens, I'll have 1 or 2, but I'm like, ugh. It's to the point where I'm gonna like get all blotchy.
I've
red.
known 2 people my whole life that were allergic to alcohol. Same thing, and they drink too, and they limit it because they're like, as soon as they start to feel all red in spots, like you said, they stop. But they're like, sorry, I'm not gonna not drink.
No, I keep going. I don't care. I mean, I just stick my head in a freezer or something like that.
It's
It
not a
just feels better.
dangerous allergy.
You can
No.
you can drink sake though, right?
Oh, sake and vodka and
Moonshine.
moonshine probably. Yeah, I haven't moonshine in a while. But like those don't turn me red. Moonshine, no. Yeah, moonshine.
Fermented Snapple.
fermented snap.
Fermented Snapple, Mark.
But
are
what-
you fucking for real right now? A fermented?
That
I
sounds
am.
really gross. Totally scared me. Totally scared me. Holy shit. Did not
like,
see that
How
coming.
much of this did I
I
drink?
did not see that coming. Holy shit.
Good job. You scared our guest.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Sorry about that.
No, I like that. Threw me off there for a second.
It's just what happens when she gets angry.
I swear, if I ever
Think
go
of
up to
Uma
stand up, you're going to be the one in the audience going, "Are you kidding me right now? Wait,
Are you
hold
kidding
on."
me? I'll heckle you
You're
like
gonna
that.
heckle- you're gonna
like
heckle me.
Todd with a D.
Exactly.
Fucking
With a D?
I said,
Like every time I come up with a
That's
joke,
what I
you always
call-
just go, "Are you serious right now?" I'm like,
I do
slam
not.
on the brakes every single.
Sometimes I play. Sometimes
Sometimes you play.
Sometimes I play. It's not true. I'm supportive of you, kinda.
You are.
I'm supportive of your baby
No.
and your pretty wife.
You have a baby?
I do.
And a pretty wife?
I do.
Not just a wife, but a pretty wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she
well,
is.
well, this is such a mean
And we're still trying to come over to visit.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never really met her, but
She
I've seen a
goes
lot
to
of
a different
pictures.
school. You wouldn't know her.
I stalk them on Facebook. I
Yeah.
stalk a lot of
Don't
people on
we
Facebook.
all?
Oh, I'm the biggest stalker there fucking is. I don't give a fuck. I have fucking
It's-
fake ass accounts.
That's why we're on
name it.
Facebook.
Yeah,
I have a
it's-
fucking-
we troll. We want to see what people
yeah.
are doing.
Anybody who's like acts offended for being stalked by someone, it's like, no, you're secretly on here because you want. To
I
be
just
stalked.
get bummed out when I look at old high school friends. Like, God, you're so successful.
yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, but they're all bald.
Yeah,
That
well,
makes me feel better.
Well, for maybe your cats might be. I don't know. My people, lawyers, a lot of
Yeah.
lawyers. It's like, God damn. I hate when they post like, oh, we got a pool.
Yeah,
And like,
exactly.
no!
Or like adding the addition to the house.
Yeah.
Like, good
Oh, the addition
grief.
to that house.
We're having a fourth
Yeah,
child. I'm
yeah.
like, dude, I can't even like buy a burrito right now.
No, but have you ever had the thing where you get a friend request and you're like staring at them and you know them, but you do not know where you know them from?
Because their name
Yeah.
changed probably because they
Or
got
they
married.
gained a bunch of
I
weight.
had like in the year 2000, I got a job at Old Navy, right?
Sorry.
and,
Of course you did.
and I
The
and-
Joan River days when she was doing the commercials, or before that?
Ooh, I don't know. I didn't really.
She used to do commercials.
I would
for them.
pay to see you
Maybe.
fold like a messed up pile
Oh,
of
yeah.
Henleys.
Oh my gosh! Listen.
That was
I'll be right
hilarious.
with you, sir.
Yeah, the T-shirt truck. Ooh.
And you with the stupid hat. with the,
remember the
with the
t-shirt truck?
headset.
I remember. There's the Old Navy used to be at the restaurant right next to the restaurant
Oh
I
my
used to
gosh.
work at. So I used to go to Old Navy when I'm like, I
Yeah,
gotta get. I just gotta get a shirt tonight because I'm gonna go on a date. And then
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
Old Navy. Like, oh God damn it! This is all generic shit.
Exactly. So like I was working there, and then like one of the gals that I worked with sent me a friend request, and I'm like looking at it, going, this was just this past week.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at it, going, how do I know this person? They look familiar. Like, and I'm racking my brain. And you know how like if you're not friends with them, like you can click on it, but it only gives like limited information, like one picture,
Yeah.
and then some picture of like the mountain. And you're like, oh, gee.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, and I couldn't figure
like
it
a
out.
silhouette
I
sometimes.
couldn't figure it out. So I go, okay, whatever, add request. And then like she sends me a message, she's like, hey, holy crap, it's been a long time since buy.com day, or not buy.com, sorry, Old Navy days. I'm like, Old Navy? Oh. Yeah, we worked together for like a month.
You think all processing
Why?
together.
I don't know.
You know who I tried to find today? This is so fucking ridiculous. I shit you not. This is who I tried to find today. My mom was a stay-at-home mom for a long time because my dad had a good job with General Electric, and then that GE plant closed. So my mom, long story short, started babysitting out of her house, and she only had like 2 people, and it was like 2 little boys named Brian and Kevin, and I tried to find Brian Darnell.
Oh, there you go.
Who was like my mom's client's kid, and she watched them for like 2 months or something. And Brian was just really nice. His brother Kevin was like a nightmare, but he did know how to fix Nintendo games. Remember how you had to blow
Is
into
this
the?
Oh, yeah.
Is this
yeah.
going somewhere?
No, I just couldn't find Brian Darnell today. If Brian
Brian
what
Darnell.
the fuck? It's my fucking. What
Yeah, but
about
I'm the
it?
one who has to edit.
Oh, okay.
We don't edit this.
And later
show.
you'll be like, that part where I was talking about that, my mom's baby, can I cut out? And I'll be like, well, episode has to come out in 2 hours.
Okay, well, listen, Brian Darnell, if you're fucking out there, dude, I just
Find
remember
me.
you had glasses and you stayed at my house every day after school from like 4 to 7 or something.
Yeah.
Wow, for 3 hours.
I don't remember, but it
Long
was
time.
like something like that.
Long time.
Your mom was kind of a bitch. She had blonde hair. That's all I really remember.
she would just drop you off.
And she wore like a London fog kind of jacket. I just
Oh,
remember
really?
that.
Big
The
time.
mom? Wow.
So
Maybe
if
she
you're
was a
out
spy.
there,
The mom would wear a London fog.
it looked like a London fog. I'm not sure. I didn't check her label
She
because
was
I was a
either a
little kid.
spy
I was a
or a
little kid
flasher.
too.
Yeah. It's like that's interesting.
I was a little kid too. I don't remember, but I just remember her with the jacket.
We didn't have a lot of hot moms in my neighborhood. They're all pretty old. Sorry, think about that. Okay, my bad.
Brian Darnell, if you're out there, I want to be Facebook friends with you. I
thinking
can't
about
fucking find you. There's a lot of Brian Darnells in the fucking world, especially in the UK.
It's very common. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I've been looking for a guy that I met in Germany who lives from the UK as well. I've been looking for him forever.
So sad.
It's crazy.
For people.
yeah,
It's weird.
Where have you gone,
Isn't it-
Gertrude? I can't find you.
isn't that the point of Facebook?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Zuckerberg, fucking pick this
Yeah.
shit up and turn it up a notch. We can't
Stephen
find
Kenworthy.
anyone.
Well,
Stephen Kenworthy, if you're
it's-
listening from the UK, find
It's
me.
weird. There's a girl. Am I turning red? By the way, am I turning red?
No.
I feel flushed. So
Well,
I am.
I mean, we are famous.
Well,
Please. You're a little red.
yeah. See, I can. It's the fireball. It's doing it. But then the thing, it's just going to calm down again. It just will go away. It's
I already feel
weird.
like it's not bad.
Yeah. Well, I
can't tell.
If I do another shot, then it's like, ooh, and then be like, yeah, let's take the photo another day, guys. Just do it. But what else did I tell you guys? No, there's a girl I've known her since I was in 10th grade, and she was in love with me all through high school. I'm like, no, we shouldn't date. Yeah. And then going after I graduated, I was like, screw it, let's date, let's have sex, and that's what you do after 18. The dating just turns into sex. The holding hands are gone.
Yeah, the kids don't even date anymore.
You're just there to fuck, and we dated for a minute, and then like, it's not working out. We broke up, and after that, it was weird because we stopped talking to each other. And she just like dropped off the world. Like I can't find her anywhere. I can't find her on Facebook.
What's her name?
Loretta Lai.
So we all
Loretta
have
Lai,
somebody that we're
you
looking for.
fucking bitch. Can you fucking
She's
like
Chinese.
Oh.
Loretta.
Call her a
Loretta
fucking
Lai.
bitch. It's fine. I don't care.
Fuck
I'm just saying
you.
she's Chinese. So. I've dated every nationality, by the way. I barely date white girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is interesting.
Swahili?
Who was the girl for 5 years? What was she?
Filipino.
Oh.
And
You're a man of the world.
When I first moved out here, I dated a black girl, but she was young. She was 19, and I felt really old on that one. So
Wait, she was 15?
19. No, God.
Oh, 15. I heard 15.
Hey, Brian, remember when you talked about the editing? Remember that part?
I heard 15. I don't know why.
No, she was,
I definitely heard 15.
No, I said 19. She was 19. She was just too young, and I was like, oh, this is not working out. And then we broke up. Then she went to the army, and now she's married.
That's so funny. I have a very similar story to that.
Really?
When I moved out here when I was 26, I started dating an 18-year-old, and I didn't know she was 18. And when I went on our first date, because she looked like she was like, and acted like she was like in her 20s.
Yeah.
And I said, so where'd you go to school? She's like, oh, I went to some school and I never heard of it. And I go, is that a college? She's like, no, I just graduated from high school. And this was like July, and I was like, oh, well, hello. And
Yeah.
then we dated for like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months, and then we ended it, and then she married a guy in the military. Like she went to men and married him. Weird.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she joined the army.
Well, she was going to join it too, and then
Yeah.
met the guy, and then they said, "I'll just marry into it."
Yeah,
rather than actually join it."
she met the guy too. I was her first. I asked her. It was weird. I was her first. White guy sex.
Oh, I thought you said
She
you were gonna
always
say first.
had sex
Oh.
with all black men. So I was the very first white guy. She married a white guy. So
Hey, there you go.
So you think
Inverted
you?
her, baby.
Yeah.
So I
Really?
I think I've done that for a lot of women in my life. I think I just like open things like, oh great, you're successful now.
You're the stepping stone to.
I'm the good luck Chuck.
There you go.
You are the good luck Chuck. Fucking Dane Cook. Fucking Dane Cook. What the fuck?
Dane Cook.
Dane Cook and fucking Delia.
Oh, Chris D'Elia. D'Elia.
How the fuck do you say it?
D'Elia.
D'Elia.
Chris D'Elia.
What are your thoughts? Please tell me your
About
thoughts.
Chris D'Elia or
Yeah.
Dane Cook? Which one?
No. Delia. Delia. Delia.
D'Elia is a simple, like, I come from money. I'm not funny, but my dad, you know how many sitcoms he gets? Like, it doesn't matter what sitcom gets canned. Like, another one comes up because his dad
Right.
will pump it in. And he has a good relation with Comcast now. His dad does because he's a big producer. So, which is funny because I made a post on Facebook about, it was actually an insult, but a compliment at the same time about Undateable. Terrible show.
Yeah.
But
Terrible. And I really tried.
I said, because it got renewed for a third season. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, congrats to Undateable being renewed for a third season. Longest running current sitcom on NBC, which is true.
Is that true?
Because they canned everything
Yeah,
else.
NBC doesn't
Everything's
care.
gone. So it's now the longest running. And
Holy shit. That's sad, dude.
so it's like NBC doesn't know shit now in comedy, but it's, whatever. Ron Funches, like, he's a sweetheart though. Like,
I've heard really good things about
Yeah.
Ron. Yeah.
So everyone's like talking shit about, oh, the show's terrible, da da da. And Ron's like, hey, they're like, he commented all of a sudden, like, Ron, you never comment my stuff. Now all of a sudden you're commenting. And he was like, there's people that work on the show, they need to pay rent. So this is a good thing because it's jobs.
Right,
As we're
yeah.
talking earlier before the podcast, jobs for Walmart. And it's true. As much as the show sucks, there is jobs. There's people working behind the scenes.
Right.
of
And
putting
I
that
wish,
production
yeah,
together.
I don't wish them to lose their job whatsoever.
So, but with the Leah, he's rolled into this doing nothing. So
Doing
he
nothing.
had no effort in doing.
I
whatever he's
would
doing.
love Undateable if Undateable just got rid of his ass,
Yeah.
his tall, retarded, skinny ass, and everybody else. Actually, the show would probably be just really funny then.
Yeah, he's just like it's just him and Whitney Cummings. They're two comics that just kind of rolled off of power, I guess. So
Wait, Michelle, didn't you call into I'm Burger?
yeah,
And
Yes, I called in
That's
Einberger
right, that's right.
about
Delia.
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 However the fuck you say, I don't even care with the stupid fucking apostrophe. You don't need an apostrophe in your fucking name.
Yes.
You don't.
Oh. I was prepared for that one. I was prepared.
I was like, Uma to
I was like, oh,
bust in.
she's getting pissed off. I get it now.
Yes.
But
I really hate him.
no, anyone that likes him, like in comedy, I don't know. They're
Here's the
using
thing.
it.
Here's the thing too. I don't know if I told you this, or I told it on the I'm Burger.
Mm-hmm.
Is that I actually think that back in the day I actually liked Chris a little bit, and I thought his Keanu Reeves impression was fair, if not good.
He steals a lot of material too.
And that's and I have no fucking tolerance for that shit.
So he's just one of those.
You can't steal stuff. It's intellectual property.
He's a Hollywood comic, and that's what he does. It's like Dane Cook. He steals. I liked Dane Cook at one point. I really did.
I
When
did
was
too at
younger.
one
When I was
point.
in high school, I used to watch him on Comedy Central all the time. Before I wanted to do comedy, I'm like, this guy's hilarious.
Yeah, I did too at one point. I'm not
But
gonna lie.
you get to the point where, like, I don't know. It's some of these comics that just like have all this power, and I'm glad.
PronounceNames.com.
What?
What?
What was that?
Pronounce name.
Oh, you're looking up.
Oh, wait, do
No.
it again.
How do you pronounce?
Delia.
You have to say it just like that guy from India.
Delia. Delia.
Delia.
Delia.
Do we have the correct
Huh?
What website is
That's all I
that?
got.
Delia.
your nachos
I just put on
are
YouTube
ready.
how to pronounce Delia. Dalia.
Delia.
Is that ET talking there?
Yeah, well, it's
Dalia.
Yeah, phone home.
It's
Delia.
almost like Delia, your nachos are ready.
Such a lazy cook right there. Delia. Your nachos are ready.
Number 4. In number 4.
Oh God! Now I feel like we're like promoting him. Like fuck you, Chris. I
We're
still
not.
fucking hate
We're
you.
not.
Let's make a
He's-
pact right now. We'll never mention him again.
You know,
No, I want to mention him because I want the world to know that I fucking hate him.
when he was on Conan, I guess he talked shit about the Liquid Zoo, which I don't really care. In a way, it's kind of funny. It's because, bad press is always good press at the same time.
Sure.
But Conan asked him, like, oh, so you do a lot of shows in Los Angeles. What was one of the worst shows you ever done? It's like, oh, I did a show like deep in the valley. And then he was like describing the bar. And I'm like, dude, there's no shows deep. They're mics. So it's a shitty mic. That's what it is. You didn't do a show. This is when you were an open mic comic and you went to the Liquid Zoo and nobody laughed at your shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then-
because no one's gonna laugh at like, stoner. It was the best. I just fucking I don't even wash my jeans.
Did Delia call in? That was like perfect.
Is that Delia right there? Have you seen a special on Netflix? You can play.
Yeah. Oh, I saw
You want
it.
to do a drinking game sometime and just take shots every time he says "dude"?
Yeah,
'Cause
dude.
you might die.
I haven't watched anything from him.
Dude,
because
you guys
I
don't
like
get it.
so I
Dude,
just
you guys
watch
don't get it. Dude,
No,
dude, you
it's
don't get
like.
it.
He says like so much I had to turn
Can
it off.
we find something from
No.
that stupid
No,
special?
I don't want. I don't want to
No,
listen to him
not
at
doing
all.
it.
I want to hear.
I don't want it either.
No.
But
Let's talk about our guest.
let's just
Talk about my
let's
guest.
let's
I'm here.
the three of us together, four of us together, find his address and just go to his house and light his house on fire.
No, I'm gonna bake him cookies.
Bake him cookies. He's into what you call it? Sex
S&M?
dungeons. Yeah, he's into sex dungeons.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah,
What the
S&M?
sex engines?
Dungeons.
He's into
dungeons.
sex engines.
Dungeons. I'm like, what the
Sex
fuck
engines.
is Sex engines.
Prototype Porsche come out of Germany. You must have sex to make it go.
Is this
You
your-
know,
is
Mark
this
can
your
speak fluent German.
I can
Really?
speak fluent German.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
What? I've never even heard you. I don't even believe it. Say some shit. Say some
Etwas
shit.
scheiße.
What?
What's that?
I just said some shit.
Oh.
Oh.
What would you like me to say?
You swore. That was the first time I've ever heard you swear.
In a different
We
language.
gotta edit that out.
But he said some shit.
Scheisse. Yeah.
You said some shit in English.
They're-
Okay, say
What do you want me to say? I can speak fluent German. So.
Is that it? Just German? Can you do Spanish?
I can speak very bad Spanish.
Oh, okay. So you speak like any person in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
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 okay,
Yeah.
say Chris D'Elia is the biggest piece of rat shit ever, and I
Okay.
fucking hate him, and I want his eyelids to be pulled back, and then an actual
Okay,
rat to
slow
come
down.
up to him
See,
and
I don't
Okay.
like him, but I
Chris-
can't say
to shit in
that.
his
Christel
eyeballs.
der ist der große Ratscheiße auf Erde. Ich wünsche so sehr, dass eine Ratte, ein kleines schwarze Ratte, kommt und isst seine Augen ganz aus seiner Köpfe.
Holy fuck, that sounded good. I don't even know if that was right, if you just made some shit up.
I like that.
I couldn't remember how to say eye socket, so I said head. Kopfe.
Like given head or
No.
oh
Put the eyeballs out of the...
What's blowjob?
I don't know. Oh, wait.
no, it's
No,
Well, what's blowjob? What's job?
You can't literally translate. That doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. I think it's blasen is how you say it in
Yeah.
German. Blasen.
that doesn't sound attractive.
No.
No,
Yeah,
that sounds gross, actually.
Give me a blazen.
Blasen.
It's like nah,
Blasen.
I don't know. about
Brian,
that. Yeah.
okay.
I think so.
What's going on?
Oh, you
now?
know what we do? The one segment? We're trying to get more segments in.
Yeah.
We do one segment. We do a thing where we do old school.
Get to the chopper.
Okay?
Java.
What is your
I
mom?
was trying to find a soundboard, but I couldn't find
He's
one.
Austrian.
We do old school, new school comics. Like,
Okay.
kind of like we just named like one of your favorite one or two old school comics, like back in the 60s, 70s, 80s.
Okay.
And then like someone that you're digging now.
Okay.
And then
So who's-
Michelle and I pretend like we've heard of the new comic.
Yeah, we pretend. We pretend.
Okay.
So what would be
What do you want to start with?
old school?
Old school. Bill Hicks.
Ah, good.
Hicks is an inspiration of mine. Just speaking, I mean, kind of like how Burger is. Like, speak your mind. Just tell. All of a sudden, my headphones get all weird. So, hold on. Just speak your mind. Just go. For like that's what I'm inspired by. It's just the comedies. It's whatever's on top of your head you go off of, and then the rest of your set will branch together. Whatever material you wrote will come together. You don't need to go up there and like, hey guys, I'm going to go to point A to point B, because you gotta remember that's not how it is.
Yeah.
There's always something going to happen in the room where it's going to throw you off.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
So it's always good to open up, kind of just riffing and speaking your mind or studying the audience and that kind of stuff. So Hicks is huge influence. I'm not as open as him, and I don't do as many drugs as him, but
There's still time.
Yeah, there's still time. Life.
That's the thing about me. I've never, the most I've ever done was add an edible, and I've smoked weed once.
Once you've smoked weed once.
2 more times than I've done.
Yes, and I've drinking my liver to death right now, but
No, you're in your early 30s. You'll be fine.
no.
Just listen to me. Listen to me. Because Angelina Jolie is my kind of sworn celebrity enemy, I've also stalked everything. Her doctor that cut off her tits did this giant article and said that if you're a drinker, especially ladies, just every day take folic acid. And I take folic acid every day. What?
What was that?
Augenhöhle.
That makes sense.
What does that mean?
That means eye socket, but it literally means eye holes. Augenhöhle.
Okay.
So no, I'm
Just take folic acid.
I'm a cat that just I just live my life. I eat hamburgers, and probably tonight I'm going to take the metro back home, and I'm going to eat something from AM PM because it's right next to my house.
Perfect.
Have a hot dog or
Yes.
two, and then just
You know what though?
sleep with pain. That's what I do.
My dad is a gross person, and his diet is literally like cigarettes, coffee, ice cream from Haagen-Dazs, Southern Comfort sometimes, and like grilled cheese sandwiches.
SoCo and coffee ice cream sounds actually really good.
No, that's literally what I couldn't even make that up if I tried. So, and he's fine. He's gonna live
fine.
forever. His mom lived to like 95.
You get the new comic.
A new comic.
As in
Anybody new, like anybody nowadays, I would say
Nowadays.
like I always use like Tig Notaro as an example, or
Yeah.
like Kyle Kinane. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Anybody, that AMC guy or something is coming on the scene a lot.
The AMC guy.
Amy
Oh.
Schumer.
Chris Hardwick, you're talking about?
Not Chris Hardwick.
I like Chris Hardwick.
No,
Yeah, I like Chris
his
Hardwick.
it's fuck. He's a friend of a friend actually. I'm gonna try to get him on the show.
That's awesome.
But I
we
can't
don't know who
remember
he
his
is.
name. Yeah, we don't know
we
his
gotta
name.
book somebody we don't know. His
That
name.
one guy.
That one guy. Let's get him booked. It's really strange for me because I'm like someone told me the other day, like this girl I was kind of seeing, she was asking me, this is like a while ago, but she was asking me like who my influences are. I said Bill Hicks, and I said Cosby is one of them actually still, Woody Allen, and it's like a child pedophile and a rapist, and I'm like, well, you gotta like. Why do you what is wrong with you people at the same time?
No, I like their comedy, not their personal
not the
life.
personal yeah, it's kind of I like Roman
Yeah.
Polanski movies. Don't like the fact that
Right.
he fucked an underage girl.
Yeah.
That's it's just like I don't know. You like Van Gogh? He's a fucking insane person.
Right.
So you got
Listen, I love America, but Columbus was a jerk.
there you go.
Right.
Columbus is a jerk.
A jerk.
Most of
That's
our
the-
presidents,
wow.
majority, are assholes. Are crazy. If
Yeah,
if-
Clinton fucking stuck a cigar up Monica Lewinsky's vag and like fucking smoked it. Like and Clinton's probably gonna be our president. Hillary's probably gonna be the president. Like
not.
just so what the fuck?
Yeah,
Anyways.
so God, you think about it still, like really stuck it up there and smoked it. That's just,
I know that's fucking some fucking
hardcore.
Snoop Dogg shit.
Yeah. But like it's just really hard to for anyone to be influenced by for people I enjoy listening to everybody, but I feel like we're all branched off from the people that paved the road in a way.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. Even Cosby. Here's the thing. For me, I guess Cosby, I like, and honestly, like, I have kind of a good relationship with my dad because we used to watch Cosby's stand up all the time together.
Cosby's stand-up was great.
And I, especially himself, like me and my dad, because that's really clean. It's pretty clean. That was like the only time me and my dad ever like hung out by ourselves.
Yeah.
Just the two of us would watch Bill Cosby himself.
Yeah.
Countless times.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not going to take away from that, but, you know,
Do you know?
yeah, it's disturbing to
Michael
know.
Shea, he does Weekend Update on SNL. Mm-hmm. We're Facebook friends. They had a show with him out here like a while ago. But he put it on Weekend Update though about Cosby. Like, you're ruining Bill Cosby. Like, don't like hate him for what he did, but don't hate him for what he's done in a way for a career of what he did. Does that make sense in a
Yeah.
way?
To
It's kinda-
separate the two.
yeah, but people don't in the same way. It's just like they get so. I don't know. I'm a guy that just with anything that's going on, I just don't care because it doesn't affect me in a
Right.
way. So
It's like when people call for boycotts of things just because they like, for example, like Chick-fil-A. We're like, oh, don't
Yeah.
eat a Chick-fil-A. It's like, but Chick-fil-A is like really delicious, and
Yeah,
I cannot like their CEO, but their chicken is awesome, so I'm gonna eat their chicken.
you eat the chicken and you just you live your own life and you do your own thing. Yeah, I don't like what they're doing, but then again, it doesn't. I don't know how to explain that because someone got on me like, oh, what do you think about the whole Caitlyn thing? And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't. He's not my dad. I don't care.
I said the same thing to my wife the other day. She was just like, "Oh man, it's blowing up this Caitlyn Jenner thing." And I said, "It's only because he's a celebrity. I mean, if other individuals who've transitioned from being men to women or reverse, wouldn't they be pissed right now?
Yeah.
It's like they'd be like, "Oh, he's so brave. He's paving the way." It's like,
No, it's been going on for years.
No, it's just only famous because he's a freaking Kardashian, and so now people are forced to care about Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
I don't care about Caitlyn Jenner. Same thing. I don't care.
I don't
about
care.
him. Why should I care?
I also
could care
do
less.
not care.
Well,
There's my NPR voice. Do you like that?
there-
I also do not care.
Now
This is
we're gonna move on to gardening.
this is the this is the weird thing because I'd say this, but like in high school, I know a guy named CQ. His name was CQ. I'd known him since I was a freshman.
Yeah.
He's Filipino. He was openly gay freshman year. Open like we were in PE. Our lockers are next to each other. I gave a flying fuck. No one gave a flying fuck. Oh, you're gay? Oh, all right. Well, whatever. Showering, whatever. Life. It was just weird. It was weird. That was 1997, and then in 2001, when we graduated and we had like in your yearbooks most changed, he got a boob job. And he looked, actually, I'll be honest, he looked attractive. Like, holy shit, he looked like a woman. He still had his junk, but he had boobs.
Right.
And he won most changed.
Right.
And people the people in our school were like, no one cared in a way. We were going to school with him, her, whatever, however she felt.
Yeah.
And throughout the years, he got the full sex change and became a woman. Nobody cared. It's like, great.
See, isn't that a good thing that nobody cared?
That's, I think, the way it should be.
But that's just so weird. Now all of a sudden, it's Facebook. Really, as much as I'm addicted to it, I go on it every second of the day. It is a cancer, and it does divide us. And it's just simple of like, oh, the whole Caitlyn thing. It's just like one side or the other. It goes down to the riots in Baltimore to anything else. It's kind of like, oh, this is my opinion because I'm an American. Like, no, well, your opinion sucks. I'm going to defriend you. It's like, why?
It's so dumb. I don't even comment on any of them. I don't make those posts. I don't comment on those posts because, in my opinion, people are making those posts so that someone can either like them or disagree with them. And it's like, really? Just live. Who cares?
Yeah, but now we're going to elections now, where it goes to 2016, where it's be Hillary, and then you get the feminists coming in, and it's going to make things look even weirder and crazier, all because of social media, because nobody wants to actually talk to each other like this or in front of each other, but they would rather attack each other and literally troll each other to the point that you can destroy someone's life through a Facebook post.
So you know what everybody should do? They should come to the Mad Mike Podcast Facebook page. Let's not go to Baltimore riots.
Yeah, come to
Let's
Mad
not go to
Mike
Caitlyn.
Podcast.
Come to Mad Mike.
Look at the. Do you understand how soothing my voice is? When
It
it's
is,
my
yeah.
NPR voice.
Yeah, it's.
Don't you guys feel at ease?
Well, we can.
Oh, I got really worked up there. I'm sorry. It was,
So
there was
she-
a
No,
fireball,
you're right.
with 2
She's
beers.
got, like trying to calm you down. She's like,
No,
she's like, Talmo.
but you're right.
I got worked up there.
You're
I don't
literally-
talk about this
you're
because
right.
it's just too much energy to do
Yeah.
on Facebook, where everyone's just like, "Well, Ryan, I got to disagree with you." I'm like, "Well, fuck off, dude. Don't."
Exactly.
It's fucking Facebook. This fucking dude created it drunk.
I love the part on Facebook when people write to the celebrity who just died. Okay, like I'll just use BB King as an example. I love BB King and all this stuff, but when people are like, "R.I.P. BB King, you inspired me. You will be missed," it's like you're talking to the guy directly now.
Yeah.
On your Facebook page.
Well, I will write it kind of like "Rest in peace, BB King." You know, that's like what? What's wrong with
I'm
that?
just
Sorry.
dissing.
No. I don't say it like he's listening. I say rest in peace, BB King.
Right.
You know, it's just like.
No, that's fine. But like, I love it when people talk directly to him, like, "You inspired me. I hope you're with the angels now." Blah blah.
No,
It's
I
like,
don't talk about that shit. No, it's
like-
only people that died that I know.
First of all, you weren't friends with him on Facebook, so he's not reading this.
you know, he doesn't know.
Second of all,
there's
he's
no
dead.
Facebook in heaven.
There is no Facebook in heaven.
What was that noise?
Fuck you.
Because
I'm completely confident there is no Facebook,
Facebook
in heaven.
is hell. It's like, why would you want this in heaven? Talk
No.
more shit in heaven.
MySpace
No.
is in heaven. That's where MySpace
Oh,
is.
I thought it was Friendster. I thought that would be. in
that's
heaven.
even old school. I like
Sure.
that.
I went on classmates.com today
Hot or
in
not?
a state of desperation.
Yeah.
All right,
Classmates.
listen, Ryan, we
Yeah?
have to end this fucking show.
Oh, you guys, can I put money down to extend an hour? No, that's kidding. That's kidding.
Wait,
Just
what
kidding.
is that? Is it a massage parlor thing?
No, Mom, no. This is too much fun. I just had too much fun.
I know. I
talking.
love this. I love this show.
You're like so weird right now. I'm like kind of going like,
You know
what's
what?
going
Because
on?
I'm hungry.
Oh,
I
I
don't blame
see.
you.
Well, let's
Let's plug some shows, Ryan.
plug it.
Plug them. Plug away.
Plug away. June 19th, I'm a bunch of shows I'm producing. June 19th will be my Friday night matinee. It's where comics pull out movie titles out of a bucket. It's actually AFI right now, the best AFI movies. And they do 7 minutes, and they pull out like Gone with the Wind, and they have to actually riff their sets off of movie titles.
Excellent.
I got that, and then June 15th actually is the Revenge of the Basic Bitches, the comedy show that I'm producing too at the Universal Bar and Grill. And then every Tuesday, I co-produce Turbo Tuesdays at the Universal Bar and Grill, and then I'll be in Vegas at the end of the month doing 3 shows out there, a couple strip clubs.
Where
and
can everybody find this information?
Facebook. Just find me at
Just
Ryan.
find him on
I don't-
Facebook.
I
There's no
haven't-
Facebook.
I haven't built a webpage.
As long as you're not in heaven.
There's no Facebook in heaven.
Ryan Talmo. Just look my name up. I might add you. I might.
My Burger, I'm Burger Podcast.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I
Burger
do. I'm
Podcast.
Burger.
Can you-
Yeah. God damn. There's
I'm-
too much in my head.
I'm scared of Burger. We have to plug Burger because if we don't,
He'd be
I
fine.
will be. I don't
I'm
want to be on
Burger-
his shit
I'm
list.
Burger Podcast every Wednesday It's like a cam girl. It's really fun. So it's the two of us and our sound guy Johnny. We just riff. We smoke weed. They smoke weed. I drink.
Right.
And we talk the shit. So.
And Burger is also on. There's a clip on Divorce Court if you want to look it up.
He's
and
on Divorce
it's
Court.
the best thing you should ever do for yourself.
Yeah.
You guys, MadMikePodcast.com. We're on Twitter. Fuck it, we're up to like 56 followers on Twitter. We're high right now.
Nice. It's growing.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Let's get to 60.
Let's get to 60 this week if possible. Jonathan, our biggest fan. I love you. And what else? And that's it, I think, really. This has been a Mad Mike Podcast. Mark Day, thanks for nothing. And Brian, my engineer. And okay, bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Night.
Decided